Greetings, YouTube. The doctor is in. Dr. Urius Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Shadowdark. So, no, we are not doing Dungeons and Dragons. We are going to create a character in Shadowdark. I want to do this on video. I have looked through the rules. They're very easy to read. Very awesome game. I know there's a lot of controversy with it right now. I don't really see why that is. But I'm going to start running Shadowdark here in a couple of weeks as a campaign, and we're going to see how well that goes. I'm probably going to start doing some videos on Shadowdark and different aspects of the game. But I wanted to start out with creating a character first so that I could share that experience with you and we could see how that goes. Okay, so this is the overview. Well, first off, here's the character part. In Shadowdark, both wise and foolish risk their fortunes in the Shadowdark. The darkness decides who is who. Okay, so we got our, and this is pretty much the layout for every single page. There's like less than probably like 250 words or so on each page. Let's move this down a little bit here. I mean, there's really not that much on each page. It's very few words, which is nice. It's very easy to read. Kelsey Dion is or Dion, however you want to pronounce it. She's the author, and she has a very distinctive style of writing, which we can see here. So to make a Shadowdark character, grab your dice, blank character sheet, and go through the next few pages. I took the liberty of taking the character sheet that is in the book, flipping it because it is long ways, and changing it in Adobe to make it a fillable character sheet so I can fill all this stuff in. All right, so we're going to choose our name first. So let's go ahead and do that. We are going to call this guy Wolfgang Eisenheim. Okay, there we go. Wolfgang Eisenheim it is. That is his name, and we're sticking to it. I could probably change the font or whatever on that later on if I wanted. Okay, so we're going to choose an ancestry now. And she chooses to use ancestry instead of race or species. Ancestry is a word that Pathfinder uses, and it is unique. I guess it's not unique to Pathfinder anymore. So she describes it as your character's cultural and ancestral heritage. Okay, so we have a number of ancestries: dwarf, elf, goblin, half-orc, halfling, and human. I have played this character before. In my game, I am not going to allow anybody to be a goblin. So there's going to be dwarves, elves, half-orcs, halflings, and humans. I am actually going to make a gnome. I'm playing a Greyhawkish type game, so we're going to go ahead and pull gnomes in. Goblins in my game are going to be, and particularly in the world of Greyhawk, are generally seen as wicked and evil. So they are going to stay wicked and evil. All right, this guy is going to be a human. So let's go ahead and say human. I have a very nice finger of Remy Martin with me. Let me take a little snifter of that. All right, so let's see. The next thing that we do after that, and we're just going to follow this, is class, so your character's job. So let's go ahead. We're creating a fighter. But let's take a look at the classes that you can choose from. There's fighter, and you see it's one page. That's it. One page. There's a picture. There's the priest class, which has 2 pages because there's a spell list. There's the thief class, which is 1 page with a very cool picture. I love the art. The art in this is stellar, and it's all black and white, but it's very black and white, pops out at you. The wizard class, again, which is 2 pages because of a spell list, and that's it. It's fighter, priest, thief, wizard. 4 classes. That's all that there are. And there are some other classes. So she's got some fanzines that she has put out. And each one of those fanzines has a couple more classes in it. So I've gone through the first one already. And that first fanzine has, it's like a wicked paladin. It's a group of holy warriors that guard against evil. They're not anti-paladins, but they have like warlock abilities. They to fight the darkness, they've touched the darkness, and then warlocks are in that. And then there's some other classes. There's 2 more fanzines, and she's got more classes in there. So we're going to go ahead and become a fighter. So we did that already. All right. And so now we're going to be first level. So we are level 1. There we are. And we have 0 out of 10 experience points because start with 0. You gain XP based on treasure and boons you earn. And there is a leveling chart here after all the characters, the backgrounds, titles, gear. I think let me go to the let's go to the there's the cover right there. Cover's very cool, by the way. Let's go to leveling up. Where is leveling up? Starting level advancement. Here's the chart for level advancement. There's only 10 levels in this game. And you level up every 10 experience points. And you get experience points based off of treasure and boons, essentially. To gain a level, you need to earn your current level times 10. So you need 20 XP to go from level 2 to level 3. To go from level 1 to level 2, you need 10. So to go from level 9 to 10, I guess you need, your current level, you need 90 XP. Not 10, you need 90. To gain a level, you need to earn your current level times 10 XP. So, okay, so let's go back. All right. And, all right, so we're back here. So we're at 0 XP. Alignment and deity. All right, we are going to be neutral. Where is alignment? Neutral. And that will kind of guide what title we have. And then deity, I've got there's some things on here that I like. And there's some things on here that I don't like, but one thing I do like on here is they have Gods of the Multiverse on here, and there's actually gods from Greyhawk, so we're going to go ahead and pick that. He's neutral, so we are going to be, let's see if we can find a Obed High. I mean, he could worship a neutral good god too. Farlangan. Okay, we'll do Farlangan. That's the god of horizons and travel. That seems so, and it's the hardest one to pronounce. So let's do that. So Fhalang, and how else? So where is it? Langhn. And this is a Gary Gygax special, by the way. HN. Okay. There's Farlangan. And we're back here. Okay, so now we're going to do our stats. And she's got a first level character stats. So here it's just the basic roll 3d6 in order for each one, note each one. We're going to do something a little bit different. Because I don't like doing the 3d6, what we're going to do is we're going to take 4d6, we're going to drop the lowest one, and our total must be 72 or higher. 72 divided by 6 is 12. So you have to have a 12 average. Okay, so, and again, I am going to use the dice roller. Another thing here, I'm going to use the dice roller that's in D&D Beyond, even though I'm not using D&D Beyond. Okay, that was a horrible roll, but that's what we got. So we're going to put a 6 here. We're going to keep track of all these. Okay. And, oh, that wasn't a 6. That was a 4. I'm sorry. That was a 4. We dropped the lowest 1. We're dropping the lowest die. So we got a 6, 5, and a 3, so that's a 14. I have a feeling that we're going to be doing this over again. Okay. And we got another 14. And there's 6 stats. It's the standard 6 stats. And we got a 9. I have a feeling we're going to be doing this over again. Because this is not going to be the average that I'm looking for. Unless we get like an 18. All right, that's going to be a 12. And we got one more. And if we don't get something high, we're going to have to do it again. But that is the magic of the video and the randomness. That is a 15. All right, let's put the 15 down. And let's see. What is our total? 4 plus 28 plus 9 plus 12 plus 15 is not even close. It's not even close. So we're going to start over. Let's erase these. And we're going to start over again. And we're going to roll them stats all over again. All right. We got a 15. That's a good start. And this is the longest part of the character creation in this. That is a 13. And that is going to be an 8. All right, we're halfway done. Ooh, God, that's horrible. That's a 7. We might have to be rolling this again. That is, I don't like this one at all. That is a 10. And, oh, an 18. There we go. Okay. I know where that's going. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and let's make sure that we got 72. So we got 28 plus 15 plus 10 plus 18. Okay, 71. I'm okay with that. We're going to keep that. So we're going to put our 18, of course, in strength. And you put your bonus next to it. So we'll talk about that here in a second. And we're going to put, where do we want to put our 13? I think we're going to put our 13 here in wisdom. And our 8 and our 7. Well, we're going to put the 7 here, and we're going to put the 8 here. He's not super smart, and he's not super charismatic. And then we've got a 10 and a 15. So we're going to go ahead and go with the 15 in Constitution and a 10 there. Because eventually I'm going to be wearing plate mail. I don't think it matters. Okay, so just like in D&D, the stats are basically strength, dex, con, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. And these are the stats, and these are the modifiers. So we've got an 18. Oop, that is the wrong one. We've got an 18, which is a plus 4. We've got an 8, which is a minus 1. We've got a dex, which is a plus 0. We got a 13, which is a plus 1. A con of 15, which is a plus 2. And a charisma of 7, which is a minus 2. All right. now we are going to determine our hit points. So again, this is just like D&D. It's just how much you can take before you're dead. And hit points are going to be based off of our class, which is 1d8 per level. We're going to do maximum hit points at first level, and you add your Constitution monitor to your stats here. I can't remember. Yeah, hit points represent the amount of injury you can sustain before you die, taking damage from. Okay, you can regain hit points by resting, and hit points equal to one roll of their class's hit point die plus their Constitution. These replace hit points the character had at first 0. So that's only, and then after that, it's a roll. So we're gonna say it's an 8, and I keep doing that. We're gonna do an 8 plus our con. So we're gonna start with 10 hit points. We don't have an armor class yet, because we don't have any armor. We're not going to write attacks yet because we don't have any weapons. Talents. Your class, ancestry, and talent rolls grant you these. The benefits of talents combined. So a first level character, I believe, gets 1 talent. And we are a human, so we get an additional talent roll. And we also know the common language and 1 additional common language on page 32. So we'll get to that. But we want to go, and then we have weapon mastery, so we choose 1 type. So we'll get to that. Grit, choose strength or dexterity. You have advantage on checks of that type to overcome an opposing force. So we'll also choose strength, of course. Now we want to get to the level advancement table, because this says we get 1 talent here at first level. So let's go ahead and figure that out. Fighter, so we're going to roll a d12 to figure out, or no, it's 2d6. It's 2d6 to figure out our first talent. And you just add them together. 7. 7 is our first talent. And that's going to be +2 to strength, dex, or con. So we're going to take a +2 to strength. So we are actually going to start with a 20 strength, and that is going to move us up to a +5. That's awesome. And we get 1 more talent because we're a human. And it's a 6. So what is that going to be? And that means +1 to melee and ranged attacks. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that on our sheet. So we're going to put the first level talent +2 STR. And then we're going to go human talent +1 to melee and ranged attacks. We're going to have to change the font on that, because the font is too... Let's see, I don't want to... How do I change the font? Oh, I don't want... No. Okay, we'll do that later. But it's there. So we got +1 on melee and ranged attack rolls. So essentially, we're going to get a +1 to attack and damage with a weapon of a certain type. We're going to add half our level to these rolls. So that'll be +2. And then we're going to have another +1 to hit from our fighter talent. Okay. What is next? Attacks, talents, spells. We don't have spells. Gear. So see gear. You can carry a number of items equal to 10 or your strength stats. We can carry 18 slots. So this is how they do this in Shadowdark, is each character has a certain number of slots that they can carry. And when they hit their max, they're done. They can't carry anymore. So let's go to page 34. And here it's gear. And here's all the gear. Gear slots. You can carry a number of items equal to your strength stat or 10, whichever is higher. Unless noted, all gear besides typical clothing fills up one gear slot. Gear that is hard to transport might fill up more than one slot. Okay, and what are we going to get for starting gold? I think that's what we got to look at is starting gold. Where is starting money? Money. Starting gear. Here it is. Your armor class. First level characters start with 2d6 times 5 gold pieces to buy gear. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll it. 2d6. 8 times 5. Is that correct? Yep. So 40 gold. Okay, so let's put that in our character sheet because that is a slot that's here. So we have 40 gold. Nope. We got 40 gold. Okay, 40 gold. Now we want to figure out what we want. So we got to get armor. So let's think about that. We can't afford we can't afford any of these big ones. So there's leather, chain, plate, and shield. That's it. So we can afford leather, armor, and shield. And that'll give me an armor class of 13. Eventually, we want to get to plate mail, which is an armor class of 15. Plus the shield. Okay, so we're going to have leather, armor, and shield. And each one of those takes up a gear slot. But for this character, it really doesn't matter because he's got a 20 strength. So we've got leather, armor, and shield. Not shield. And that gives us an armor class of 13 to start out with, okay? And that's 20 of our gold pieces. So now we need to get a weapon. Weapons. So we've got bastard sword, club, crossbow, dagger, great axe, and we're proficient in everything because we are a fighter, which says all armor and shields and all weapons. So there you go. Okay. So, and by the way, there's only 3 alignments: chaotic, lawful, and neutral. And the chaotic can be more or less evil. Okay. So we want, there's no flail in here. There's a mace. I do like the mace. It does a d6. We need to get a one-handed weapon. So our best bet is probably going to be a great axe. It's either one-handed or two-handed. It's got a V, which means versatile. Great sword is two-handed. Longbow, long sword, which is 9 gold pieces. A mace is d6. A spear. So I think we're going to take a longsword. So we're going to take just a standard longsword, which was how much? A longsword was 9 gold pieces, okay? Long sword, okay? And that was 9, so we have 11 left. Okay. And our attacks are going to be long sword. And we are going to choose, because we're a fighter, choose one type of weapon. So that's going to be our weapon mastery. So we'll put that here. Weapon mastery. Mastery. Long sword. Okay? And so we do, we have a +5 to hit. We have weapon mastery. That's +6 to hit. Plus we've got human talent with melee attack. So that's +7 to hit. and half our level to hit. And it does 1d8 plus 6 damage. That's a lot for this game, by the way. It does 1d8 because it does a d8 plus our 20 strength plus you gain a +1 to attack and damage with that weapon. In addition, add half your level to these rolls. Okay, so we get one more. So that's actually +5, 6, 7. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage in this game. And we have a really good chance hit as a first level character. Okay. So that's gear. Talents. We did all that stuff. It has a slot on there for background, but we don't necessarily have a background. I don't really see backgrounds in here at all. Background. Oh, here we are. Okay. Background. We're going to roll a d20. Because why not? Let's roll that. And we got an 8. So what is the background here? We are a jeweler. Okay. Our background is a jeweler. So maybe his father was a jeweler. Okay. And then there's a title that goes along with this. And I think the titles are in the character advancement section. Character names. Level advancement, ancestry, deity, random characters. No, I was wrong. They are not there. Where are the titles? There they are, titles, page 30. So we are first level and we are neutral, so we are a warrior. So let's stick that in there. Okay. And I think that's it. There is our fighter, Wolfgang Eisenheim. He's a human fighter. His father was a jeweler. He is neutral alignment. He worships Farlangen. He's got leather armor and shield and a longsword. He's really good with a longsword. He's got an okay armor class. He's got pretty good hit points. Not very charismatic. Not very intelligent. And he's a sword and board fighter. All right. That is the basics of creating a character, and we just started out with the most basic that we could possibly do. I hope everybody enjoyed, and I will catch everybody later.